Listener's discretion advised. Some language or topics used in this presentation may be inappropriate or uncomfortable for some. Please understand that the views and opinions expressed by the host of this presentation are solely the views and opinions of the host and do not reflect the stances, opinions, or views of the parties discussed, including but not limited to individuals and organizations as a whole. Thanks. We hope you enjoy the show. Chris, can you do Star Wars intro music?
1 second.
Clears his throat.
No, actually, I can't because the only thing that's coming to my mind is the Indiana Jones music.
What?
Dun dun dun. No. Dun 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 dun.
There we go.
Na 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 na.
There we go. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of What You Take, the show where we talk about just about anything we can possibly think of and bring you guys along for the unfiltered and unapologetic ride. As always, you're going to have myself here, Steve, my brother Chris.
You know, let's talk about Wendy's.
Fuck you. And Sexy Spence.
Hey, guys. Fuck that ginger bitch.
She knows what she did.
Not all ginger bitches, just the one ginger
Just that
bitch.
one. Yeah, the rest are cool.
So, oh, okay, never mind. Carry on.
No,
you
now I want
carry
to
on.
know.
Yeah. That sounded like really interesting, followed
Please
by like, I'm
please
not
carry
going to
on.
talk about this, actually.
No, anyway, Star Wars stuff.
Good. That's going to come back and haunt us in 2 episodes. So, I did some digging, because Star Wars Celebration was in the not-too-distant past.
Right.
And there was some announcements, gentlemen. So, I took some notes. I actually took notes, motherfuckers.
That says something.
So we got to talk about this, because I know Chris likes his rants. Spence, you like your conspiracies.
Oh, I love conspiracies.
All sorts of fun
I'm a
shit.
whore for them.
So all I have is...
I did.
All I have is high-level bullet points, and as usual, I want your guys' feedback. Excuse me, on that. We are getting 3 new movies, like full feature-length films.
Okay.
They're not a trilogy; just 3 separate projects.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so it's gonna be like.
Because they
So-
fucked the last ones.
I'm gonna sit back here. So it's like Solo and like
That's
Rogue
Rogue
One.
One, yeah.
That's
like
what it-
that kind of vibe.
That's what it seems like so
Okay.
far. Who knows? Any one of these could easily turn into a trilogy with the way that they tend to do things. The first one, our favorite character is coming back.
Our favorite character or your favorite character?
Please note the sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Jar Jar Binks.
No.
Ray.
Ray. Ray is coming back. Movie is set to take place 15 years after the sequel trilogy, supposedly following the timeline of her rebuilding the Jedi Order and protecting it from those who have risen to oppose it. Apparently, we are getting an entire movie based on that. We're having a whole big time jump. So we might see Little Jedi.
Yeah.
We might see... I don't know, but her sword skills fucking suck.
I want to see the Yuzong Vong.
The what? The what?
The
Don't act like you just didn't say something. Like,
the Yuzong Vong.
What the fuck is that?
They're a race from outside of the Star Wars galaxy that's highly force resistant, and they invaded after the fall of the Empire, I believe, or maybe after the fall of the First Order. And it took, no, maybe I'm thinking this might be a bunch of Legends bullshit.
sounds like some Warhammer shit.
It looked, well, Luke fought them off. Luke led a group of people to help fight them off and deal with them. But if Luke's dead,
Wait, and they're outside the Star Wars galaxy?
yeah,
How have I not heard of this?
look it up. Yuzong Vong, Star Wars. There's like tons of books about them.
Interesting.
Fuck.
So you check that out. So I don't know. I'm worried about it because if it's done anything in the same light or even that thereof close to what was done with the sequel trilogy, it's going to be a clusterfuck. An absolute clusterfuck. In addition to the fact that I'm sure she's going to still be carrying on that thought of, oh, I am Rey Skywalker.
No, you're a Palpatine. Admit it.
You're a Palpatine, which I still think that was a dumb move on their end too. Like, they need to get.
So wait, is she a clone of Palpatine, Or does Palpatine fuck?
Apparently, Palpatine fucked at some point.
Palpatine fucks? I really don't want that.
Because that was his granddaughter.
Correct. So Palpatine fucks.
Yeah.
That's
Anakin and Padme are not the only ones that
that was
fuck.
not consensual. Let me tell you, like
It was a Force baby.
Yeah, it was a Force baby like Anakin.
Yep, it was a Force baby.
There was no contact.
I'm sorry, forced baby.
Sure.
Force.
Duh.
Oh, okay.
It could be a Force baby.
That's true.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Midichlorians.
All right.
are
By the
weird.
way, I was looking at this thing, and
The Yu Zhang
that they're terrifying.
Yeah, they are. They're like resistant or immune to the Force.
give me a pick. Give me a pick. Give me a pick.
Oh, they're
Alright.
like bug monsters, dude.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
gross.
Like, hold on, let me. That's the closest picture I can.
They look like fucking orcs.
The kinda space orcs
Ooh,
to fight the space wizards.
space orcs.
Need them.
Dude, fuck yeah, actually.
To fight the space wizards. Does that mean we get a space Gandalf?
Yeah, his name was Yoda.
I mean,
But he was a space wizard.
Yes, he was.
That's what I said. He was just
Yeah.
like Gandalf.
Gandalf's a cleric.
fuck you.
There it is. That's what I wanted. Anyway, so that's
and
that.
technically, Jedi are sorcerers.
Just we're not even acknowledging you now. Anyway,
So that's movie number 1 that we know is happening. Movie number 2, the only details that are released about it is the film will go back to the dawn of the Jedi. So we're talking like Jedi origins.
Yeah, to the Jedi.
Correct.
To the race.
Correct. Well, I don't know that for sure. It might be that. It could just be the beginning of the Jedi Order. But we're getting a prequel to all. that shit.
yes, you will.
Maybe, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, do we get a young Yoda?
I would really. I'm honestly. I saw a bit about this, and it makes me laugh so hard. As somebody was like, Yoda was technically the last person in his species other than Yaddle, and Yaddle talked completely normally.
Right.
So what if Yoda's just fucking with everyone?
There was a... To further back that up, do you remember in the Clone Wars when he was sitting there commanding the clones and he goes, "Focus all fire on the nearest starship"? And there was a meme that goes, the clone looked at him and goes, "Fuck, could you just speak a normal sentence?" Yeah. He has a canon normal line in the movies.
Yeah, so he's just fucking with everyone.
fuck with you, I did.
There is somewhere in the Jedi text that goes, "Speak like this, you will be considered wise."
Oh, and that's the other thing. A lot of people discount the
cunt I will become.
That's just as much of it as the backwards talking. Is the yes.
I do love when he totally called Luke out in the sequel trilogy. He was like, "The sacred Jedi text. Read them, did you?" Well, no, but
That was a great point. Like,
flat
yeah.
out, he's like, "Nah, dude, those fucking sucked."
You care so much about these books you didn't even read.
Here's the thing with a film like that, going back to the dawn of the Jedi, air quote, air quote, air quote. I want to see some sick fights, and I want to see some sick Force usage.
You know, that's
They
entire.
really limit the force usage.
Well,
They do.
And
Canonically, there's a couple of reasons, but the reason why I'm interested for Jedi Origins is like a lot of people don't consider it, but the rule of 2 works both ways. So like the rule of 2 that Bane instituted was because there's only so much force power. And when you have a million acolytes and apprentices and like dark lords and whatever, all that dark side power gets split up amongst like 100 million people. What's better is to kill all those extra people and only have 2 people who are extra super strong. That applies to the Jedi as well. Like, it's not just the dark side of the Force that's limited like that. It's also the light side of the Force. So then if you think about it in that aspect, it makes sense why the Jedi are always weaker than the Sith, is because one Jedi can only do so much.
right.
So go.
I've never heard that theory before.
Well, I just came up with it now.
It is the premise of the
rule of
the
2.
Yeah.
It
It wouldn't make sense if it just applied to just the dark side.
Right.
Yeah.
So back to where I was going with this Origins thing, I think we might be able to like canonically see extremely powerful Jedi, because if there was only 1 or 2 Jedi at the time tapping into the Force.
Here's the thing. And as much as I love that stance, okay, and I agree with you 100%, it's going to come down to the studio.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what pisses me off, because like with what George Lucas did with the sequels, or no, with the prequel trilogy, where he was like everyone is in their prime, and now we've got the production equipment to really showcase this just epicness. He went to fucking town, right? I mean, straight off the bat, Phantom Menace, you had the whole Darth Maul fight, you had the Obi-Wan and the Anakin fight, Duel of the Fates,
Force
right?
speed.
Like everyone
Never
forgets
shown
that
again.
that's a thing.
Never shown again.
Done.
That is the most useful force power I have ever seen, and it would save so many lives in
And
every
they're
other
like,
movie.
Nope. Like,
Right, you mean like during, I don't know, Order 66?
Oh, do you know how?
they just all flash away. Like that's how that should have gone.
I'm just imagining it's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
There's just, it's like Scooby-Doo, there's just the smoke outlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping that you're gonna get someone that's really going to put that in there, because like look at Knights of the Old Republic and like the cutscenes from those films.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
rad, dude. Like those are the fights that I want to fucking
Dude.
see.
I want Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like you've seen the cutaway scenes of that,
Yeah.
like just the shit they can do, and then on top of it too. I'm sorry if we're gonna go for balance and shit. All right, cool. You had Darth Vader. The shit he could do was just godsend. Why didn't we see the light version of that?
You know what I really would love to see?
You get it a lot in Legends with Luke.
True.
Luke does
True.
some-
Luke is kind of
Luke does some crazy bullshit in Legends.
So why don't they show it?
Here's the thing with Luke, right? Like he never had someone once he started really getting his shit together. He never had someone to go, "Hey, don't do that."
Yeah.
He's like, I can do shit.
I want to
Correct.
see like Luke land, see an AT-AT, and split it in half.
Luke force grabbed a black hole and sent it away
I
with
would,
the force.
I would love, and I never played this particular. I've never played this particular game. I think it was part of the Knights of the Old Republic one, but the twin brothers with the yellow lightsabers.
yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was Knights of the Old Republic,
Yeah.
or it was like the PC game or something like
It was,
that.
it was an extension, I think. Or
I
something.
want that movie. They're disconnected
Right.
from the Jedi Temple. They're dark side users. There's still some kind of a giant war going on. The whole brother thing. It is one of my favorite trailers that told such a story just in and of itself in 2 minutes. It's fucking sick.
Bro, literally just those two alone, just because one's dark side and one's light side.
They
would
were
be
hunters.
Such a good.
Their dad made them each go kill Jedi and Sith and bring back their fucking trophies.
Yeah.
Fucking sick, man.
Dude, there's a lot of like that's what pisses me off. Like Chris just said here. Like Luke sent away a black hole. Meantime, I'm sitting here and like you're struggling sending a senator's bleacher seat,
right.
throwing that at freaking Palpatine.
Correct.
You know,
like Luke has done absolutely mad shit with the force.
right?
And I don't know if that's because writing is a more free medium.
We have the technology.
Here's the thing. And I don't think I'd want to see something like throwing the black hole. That's just weird to kind of like from a viewer perspective to comprehend. But like even look at the Obi-Wan series, right? And the things that you got to see Vader do being in kind of like his prime. That was great. When he just fucking just grabbed the ship, I was like, Force Unleashed right there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Force Unleashed.
That's
you
the
took a
shit I
Star
wanna
Destroyer and pulled it from the sky.
So I want more
Stop an
of,
artillery shell.
I want more of that.
That would be... Go ahead.
And that was the thing that I got excited about when we saw the trailers for the sequel trilogy. Remember when they showed Kylo just stop that bolt?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
That's the thing.
and then he
that
turned
was
out to be a
fucking
whiny
cool.
ass baby.
Yeah, he did whine a lot.
So there's that. That's movie number 2. Okay.
Like, do you know how cool it'd be to see like freaking like a Jedi come in and he just lifts his hand like fucking Matrix style and just stops laser
All the
bolts?
bolts. Yep, they just stop.
Yep.
And
yeah.
then he just sends them into a wall.
Yeah, around
Like,
him, not
yeah.
hurting them because he's a Jedi.
Right, exactly.
So then movie number 3 that we're getting goes to quite the opposite end of the timeline. And all we know about it so far is that the film will focus on the New Republic, and it will be the closing point to all of the interconnected stories from the series such as The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, so on and so forth. This will be directed by Dave Filoni, who has been in charge of all of these other series that are happening. So I feel like he will do it justice.
Good.
Which then bleeds into the Ahsoka series. Have you guys seen the trailer?
I have not.
We're going to pause so Spencer can watch the trailer. So now that we're back from watching the trailer,
Holy shit! Like,
here's a few observations from when I was digging. We're getting Thrawn.
yes,
Finally. The original voice actor for him is coming back to reprise the right.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, beautiful.
Somebody tell me who Thrawn is.
Thrawn is like a pretty high-end general from the
Okay.
days of the Empire. He was actually like a legit threat.
Okay.
Him and Anakin worked together at one point during the Clone Wars.
Right.
But he was, aside from, like, from what I understand, aside from Palpatine and Vader, Thrawn's like the next biggest issue to be concerned about.
Like, Vader respected him as a threat, if that gives you any idea. Like, brilliant tactician, freaking
Ruthless.
Who was that old
He was, like,
motherfucker?
holding up to the
Who was that Sith Lord?
Sith. I don't know if that was a Sith Lord. I
So
think.
there was
He was
some
a dark user.
There
Oh,
was
yeah,
there
yeah.
was some call outs in the comments when I first saw the trailer, noting that his lightsaber was not red.
It was orange.
It was orange. Dave Filoni confirmed that that is on purpose.
Oh.
So there
Is he a
is
Grey Knight?
there are some call outs
They
of
did do a show out of that.
there's been some call outs about the fact that there were Force users that were not necessarily Jedi or Sith, but the bigger call out within that is the chick. If you pause one of those frames, it looks like she has a Padawan braid. And then furthermore, where you see him and Ahsoka, it looks like they're in the world between worlds.
Right, right.
So possible time travel.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Are they gonna fix their own mistakes?
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie.
Go back, kill Jar Jar. No.
The science nerd in me pisses me off because time dilation has no play at all in Star Wars.
And then you've got the Rebels cast.
Yeah.
You've got Hera, you've got Ezra, you've got Chopper, what's her name? Serene? Was that the Mando? You've got all of them that make appearances in that trailer and are confirmed.
Right.
So it's some shit going down.
Looks interesting.
I was gonna say, yeah, like
Well, and you and I were just talking about this the other night. Like, we were like, there has to be people who just fall outside that spectrum. Like,
right, like you can't just be 100% Jedi or 100%
yeah,
Sith.
there's
You
got to
gotta
be just a guy out there
Yeah.
who's powerful with the Force and built a lightsaber.
right. Well, I think in my opinion, probably one of the best Jedis is Qui-Gon. Personally, just because of his viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like, he was very pro. He's, like, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, he was Jedi for sure, but he's also like, why can't I love?
He was a liberal Jedi.
He was. Yeah, there we go.
He was a very liberal Jedi.
All right, yeah, that's fair. All right.
he was the one all the other ones were talking about. Like, I don't know, that's kind of radical, man. Like,
That guy needs to get a damn haircut. Like,
You know how great it was? I think it was an interview with Lucas. He flat out said he was like the part about the relationships weren't what was outlawed. It was the
connection.
It was the connection. They were like, yeah, they went around and fucked. Like,
Yeah, they
that,
did.
That was a thing. That just don't catch feelings, bro.
Yeah, actually,
you heard it here, Jedi fuck.
Actually, Kiadi Mundi was.
Wasn't he a hoe?
Kiadi Mundi was a hoe, but the thing is like, he got special permission because his species is endangered or something like that.
My species is in
No, they are like.
He pulled that old card.
It's something like, yeah, so he has to leave I think it's like he has to leave a certain number of times a year to go home and basically fuck for like weeks and then come home.
I do what I have to do for my people. Like,
It is a heavy burden. Like,
the spirit is willing, but the body is spongy and bruised. Like,
but yeah, no.
Master Mundi, why did I see you with those Twi'leks?
Well, and the
Were we not? That is not your business.
and if I
Padawan.
remember right, he also has special permission to like hang out with his kids and stuff.
Who gave him permission?
I don't know.
Like who?
I think
Yeah.
it was like a
That means there was paperwork filed
Yeah.
just saying like, Operation Fuckathon. Like,
yeah. So he has, I think it's like 27 or like 38 kids. Or
those
something.
are rookie numbers, man. You got to up that. Like,
He's got a ton of kids, and he goes home every year and hangs out with them and makes more.
well, dude. Okay, could you imagine you're like the last whatever, and then also not only are you the last whatever, you're also
Chianti
the
has 7 children.
He has 7. Okay.
7. That's it. This
He's
dude gets
looking at-
special permission
Okay.
to go fuck.
Assigned to the Jedi Watchmen of the Syrian sector, Mundi was granted a rare exception to the Jedi Order's ban on marriage due to his species' low birth rate and had a polygamous family of 5 wives and 7 children. If you got 5 wives, how do you only have 7 children?
Because you're gone.
Do better.
Because you're out being a Jedi.
He went to go get milk, guys, okay?
And a pack of smokes. Like,
Oh my god. Although he was able to love them without being attached. Okay, Nick Cannon.
that's such a cop-out sentence. Like,
Right, that last sentence need to be removed.
oh, don't worry. He's still a Jedi, though. He didn't love his children. Like,
I'm here
God forbid. Oh, I'm sorry. Force forbid he loved his children.
I am here to bang your mom and nothing else.
yeah. That's like that stepdad that comes. They're like, oh, how are you doing, son? And all you hear is, we're wrestling.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Chianti Mundi definitely fucks.
That's amazing.
Dude, watch him just be like a total piece of shit, dude, too. He's just like shows up in the trailer park. Like,
And there was a Jedi Padawan, I think, that hooked up with a
clone or something.
commando.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, well, damn.
all right. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, I guess. I'm here all week.
What makes you different from all the others? I'm a commando, ma'am. I do special things.
Oh.
It was my 0.5 nickel impurity. Sorry, I'm quoting Futurama now, guys. Don't mind me. That was
Shut the
Bender.
fuck up, Spence.
Dude, Futurama's coming back soon, okay? Not switching the subject, just stating.
But reeling it back in weirdly. What?
Shut up, Spence.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Really?
It's been a minute since I've said that.
There have to be just ambivalent like Force users out there, like. And by the way, if you were one of those like ambivalent Force users, just off on the fringes of society, minding your own business,
That would be awesome.
when the Jedi Purge went down, you must have felt so fucking validated. Like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't join that cult.
Oh, yeah. I think I was drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh man, wow, that's shitty. Like, just using the Force to flip his pancakes
Well, dude,
and
my
shit.
other thing
Like,
is, right.
damn, that's crazy.
Could you imagine getting out of every tab? This is not the tab I'm paying. Like,
Exactly, like
Like that. Even being a teenager, be like, Dad, I want to go be a Jedi when I grow up. You don't want that, son. You hear about Order 66. Son, what did you want to be? I want to be a pod racer.
yeah,
That's
like,
exact-
I am all about
That was the equivalent of like, I want to be an actor when I grow up. No, you don't, son. Go get something that pays good. Yes, Dad.
Right.
yeah, you mean like an actor?
If you can make it.
That's fair.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the Jedi were great. Look at them now. They're all fucking dead. Be
I'm
more
going
like,
to college, Dad.
be more like that
Fuck you
Vader.
are. Get back to them mines.
Yeah, well, and that's also the other thing too. We were talking about is like a lot of people, because the stories so narrowly focus on like the Jedi Sith Force user relationship, people tend to forget that like the Jedi are still kind of like a secretive hermetic society.
Well, I mean, like, look at it. In 20 years, they forgot they existed.
Yeah.
They weren't that prevalent.
Well, and even if they weren't that they may have been very prevalent, but they also may not have been present. It's like, yeah, I live on like the third moon of Dantooine.
Okay, but here's the thing though, with that with 66 going down, Palpatine also made sure that the idea of them
Was bad.
was obliterated.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And he went out in front of the council and he was like, the Jedi have attacked me.
right?
So,
Like, there's he did a whole smear campaign on them.
yeah. So that's pretty much the general public opinion of Jedi. I mean, unless you were like directly involved maybe in like the Clone Wars, and
Well, no, I
the
mean-
Jedi came and freed your planet.
Right. Well, I mean, I totally get it too. I mean, like, look at how fast. Like, not to get like too serious, I guess, but like, look at Nazi Germany, how fast that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like masses can get influenced pretty quick. I think the part that I thought was so shocking is like specifically like Han Solo was like, oh, those are just legends.
Yeah, like I've never.
That
yeah.
wasn't like those nasty people. It was
To be fair, if you go off the Solo movie, though, he was in his teens, 20s when he went to join the Empire. He was
probably like 4 when the purge happened.
Right.
Like,
no, I totally get that. I mean, like.
we don't believe in no hokey religion.
right.
Right, but that's like being like, oh, the 80s? Yeah, those people didn't exist.
Yeah, but the 80s was 40 years ago.
Fuck you. You keep that out of your dirty mouth. Like,
Do you miss your fro?
I just want to say it. Like, I mean, that's a thing.
oh, yeah. But no, my point, though, is like, even 40 years ago, though, like, okay, like, even 40 years ago, though, that's like saying, like, well, you know, the Statue of Liberty wasn't real.
But it's still there. I think the
Don't make me say Twin Towers.
Well, there may also be
Chris made me. Sorry.
there may be a point in because that was what 2001.
Well, I'm glad you never forgot.
Someone's gonna forget.
No.
It's gonna happen.
In thousands of years.
We will talk about that one off mic. I'll step in
Yeah.
and throw a red flag there. Anyway, so to hold on,
Because humans are humans, it will happen.
roping this back to Star Wars though. Are you guys caught up on Mando right now?
No.
Okay. So this next one, without doing too much spoilers, there's also a lot of talk that Din Djarin, our favorite Mandalorian, is not actually the main character anymore.
It's Grogu?
No. Grogu barely exists as a character anymore, to be honest with you.
Grogu was hunting for that man's job since the start.
There's a lot of talk that it's now shifting to Bo-Katan. And a lot of people are like, and you gotta watch the story. You gotta watch this new season for that to make sense. But they were like, there's some, and there's rumors that it's because Pedro Pascal may have had a falling out with Disney and Lucasfilm. But the other side to it too is like they kept the title very, what's the word I want? Ambiguous. It just said The Mandalorian. It's very possible.
No,
that
that is actually very
as
clever.
the story continues, you could switch away from one and go to the other as the plot fits.
Oh, that could actually be really interesting. As like
they jump between Mandalorian stories.
yeah,
'Cause
like
he's-
it's Din Djarin, and then it's Bo-Katan.
Because that's why they
then
wear
it's
helmets.
Paul.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's really clever because that's why they wear helmets because they're not an individual.
They are the
group.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's a
That's
lot of what's happening in season 3.
fucking-
Season 3 is
I'm
not my
impressed
favorite
by
one
that,
so far,
actually.
but
Way to spin somebody quitting.
God damn.
and again, it's a rumor. I don't know for sure. But it's interesting to see. This season he's been more in the background.
Interesting.
Well, he was also super busy with Last of Us too, and like he's becoming super popular.
He is what's the title they gave him? Everyone's daddy.
Everyone's daddy.
Pedro is daddy.
I'm telling you right now, he is not my daddy.
Pedro can be my daddy.
Really?
That is a good looking man.
He is handsome.
Pedro can be my father.
Pedro is daddy.
In a non-sexual male role model way.
Someone made a comment when The Last of Us came out. It's like, wow, Pedro Pascal has really cornered the market on this whole take an orphan and get them to safety shtick, hasn't he? Between The Mandalorian and The Last of Us.
Didn't he do it in Game of Thrones too?
Fuck, I think you're right, actually. Pedro Pascal, that's what it is. Pedro was daddy.
Yeah. He's good at it because he doesn't want to.
And it's,
Right, that's what I think sells it.
What's
Like,
so funny though too is like you look at Pedro Pascal then in some of his outfits and whatnot, and again he's a good looking dude and sometimes they just wear weird shit, but he's got his stash and I'm like, dude, you look like you should be in a 70s porno, which doesn't help the whole daddy
dude,
thing.
yeah, right. He's gonna show
the
up with
thing,
a
though.
Trans Am, like
Here's the thing. I can see him in like khaki shorts, flip flops, and like a floral shirt at a barbecue, and just having a
See,
fucking
I got
blast.
Totally. All right, I got totally. Maybe this is why it works, actually, because I picture him as, like, rolling up with a Trans Am. He's got some bell-bottoms on and fucking a white T-shirt with a pack of smokes rolled up in his face. Like, you know? Like, that dude is here to fuck. Like...
I forgot people used to do that.
Yeah, that was, like, a thing.
Why was that ever a thing?
I don't know, but, like... I picture he's rolling up and he's gonna fuck your mom, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Have you seen that thing about? Sorry, that sent me down a different rabbit hole. Have you seen that video?
I'm gonna fuck your mom sent you down a different rabbit hole.
Yes, it did. It did. Have you seen that video?
I thought for a sec that might get edited out, but we're rolling with it. All right.
I think it was a Call of Duty commercial. But have you ever seen the one where mom comes in and is like, Jimmy, this is my boyfriend. Whatever, dude walks in.
Yes.
Jimmy's like,
yes,
like
I have
super
seen
quiet,
that.
right? New boyfriend or husband or whatever is like, all right, sport? No, all right, well, and I'm going to get this part wrong, but he goes, okay, well, how about Blue Gamer or Blue Demon 322? And the kid looks at him and he leans in real close to like, I told you I was going to fuck your mom one day. It's the greatest fucking thing ever. And I think it was
What
a Call
would
of
you
Duty
do?
commercial.
Like, he would never touch PlayStation again.
You just imagine the next time you hear someone say, I'll fuck your mom. Like, no! Someone already did!
No! She's a nice lady.
She's too good for any of you.
On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Final thoughts on any of the Star Wars topics we just talked
No,
about?
I think it's going to be really interesting. I think they're starting to do a little bit of what Marvel was doing and start really combining series, shows, and
there's
making a nice little universe.
There's so much that exists in the Star Wars universe that can be done. You've just got to get the right people, the right writers.
Right.
And dude, that's my biggest thing with like Star Wars is like,
Go away from the fucking Skywalker family.
dude, go away from the
Yes.
Skywalker family, or just like look into Legends. There are, I shit you not, thousands of Star Wars books and stories written by different people. All you got to do
And
is
the beauty of Star Wars, too, is like all of it's canon.
well, and here's the other thing too: is a lot of it is like fan fiction,
Right.
Because do you know how easy it was to write a Star Wars book back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked.
Yeah, you just asked permission, and they were like, "Yeah," and
They,
then
they never said no.
yeah, and they made it canon.
But here's the thing, and it has been proved that going away from the Skywalker family works, right? The Mandalorian, right? Ahsoka's kind of tied back into it because of Clone Wars and whatnot like that. Andor, Rogue One, the Solo movie, right? All of the Book of Boba Fett, even though that series kind of tanks so far, or all of these things that focus not on the Skywalker family and not even on the Force users. The nitty gritty, grungy seasons 1 and 2 of Mandalorian were fucking dope because they were gritty and just fucking dark.
Right,
And
no,
it
exactly.
worked. That's it. That's what I got. Anything else? 3, 2, 1, nothing. All right.
Taco Bell is absolutely amazing.
Taco Bell has got.
Dude.
I don't know who writes their fucking commercials,
Stoners.
but they have got
The whole company is stoners.
the
You see
sickest-
this cloud? That's
Sorry
With that
about
being said-
Sorry about that. actually.
that's
With that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. And until next time, peace.
Out.